La, la, la. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. As we said off the top, there are only a few tickets left for tonight's wonderful wine dinner. It's a Trius and Wayne Gretzky wine dinner, and here to give us all the details, we're joined by Neil Mather from Graffitis, and we've also got Nicolas Malboeuf. Nicolas, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you here, and I should tell you who he's representing. He's a licensee, sales rep, and sommelier with Andrew Peller Limited. Welcome, guys. Great to be here. Great to have you here, and this has been a great success for you guys, Neil, the wine dinners. Tell us a little bit about tonight's wine dinner. What are you showcasing tonight?
Well, we're proud to partner with Peller Estates. We've worked with them over the years, and they have some great brands. But seeing as the Olympics are right around the corner and it's hockey season, it was like Wayne Gretzky is going to, we got to feature that. So, and the Trius, we have the Trius Brut and the Trius Red, which are two of the most probably iconic wines in Canada. So. Really good stuff. We're still, pairing it with our theme is always Italian, so trying to work out a gastronomique style menu, which is several courses.
I know. And isn't this a good job?
Yeah, it's not so bad, eh? So that's the challenge. Is we meet before, we go through the wines, we taste some things, sort of. Work over the menu together, and it's a fun process. As I said,
we do a lot of tasting, I guess.
We do a lot of
yeah.
obviously. But this is probably about the 6th one since we relaunched, I think, and we got a good little following. People look forward to the next one, and it's exciting. So,
well, my brother and I went just before I got married, and in October at one of your dinners, and we had a wonderful time. It was fantastic, and my brother loved it so much. He's celebrating his anniversary tonight with you guys. That's
that's nice.
That's fabulous. All right, so what are you preparing here? What have you got over here?
We're going to do 2 of the dishes here. So it's, what do we got, 6 courses tonight? So we start off with canopies and champagne reception, which with the Trius Brut.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a winter beet and maple puree with anise phone. So that I've already started, which is just, it's a soup. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I started cooking it earlier. We got a little bit of stock in there. We got anise, which is the accent flavor.
Right.
And then it's, I cooked some of the Chardonnay, which is the wine that's paired. It's the Wayne Gretzky Chardonnay, which Nicolas can probably give us a little detail on that. And then it's just accented with a little bit of Fulton's maple syrup, keeping our Saber Ottawa partners involved in the menu as much as possible. So
wait, this is a soup then?
this is a soup, yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Course.
So
It looks amazing.
Nicolas, Neil mentioned the Chardonnay. Describe the Chardonnay for us.
Well, it's a beauty. So we acquired the Wayne Gretzky brand a few years ago, and now we've kind of relaunched tremendous vintages under our belt. So these are all the 2012 vintages. So great year. It was super hot that year, if you remember. So the Chardonnay, you'll have a lot of extraction of green apples and even some citrus, but you're looking some oak. We added, we fermented these in oak barrels, which with the soup, which has so much going on. You got the beets, which has got that earthy tone. You have the maple syrup, a bit of sweetness. So it's a hyperactive soup, let's say.
Right.
So we needed a wine that would just hold to it. And so we selected the Chardonnay from Wayne Gretzky. And that's kind of how we thought through each dish that we have we're serving tonight.
If somebody wants to pair at home, they're preparing a meal. I mean, what do you need to think about when you're doing that wine pairing with the food that you're preparing?
Well, I love it. So now we've kind of walked away or stepped away from the traditional red meat, red wine, fish, white wine. So I'm more of a pair body with body, texture with texture.
Okay.
For example, the next course I think we'll be having the, actually a few courses in the dinner, we'll have the Pinot Grigio, actually the Cab Merlot from Wayne Gretzky, so a red wine, somewhat full-bodied, lower in alcohol, but again, some oak that will pair with shrimp.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, the shrimp is actually in the risotto that we see here, Neil's preparing. It will have a lot of cheese, some saltiness, and it's got a lot of flavor. Risotto has got a lot of texture and flavor. So I wanted to be a little dramatic and put a red with that dish. And we'll see. We'll live the experience together.
In the old days, we would put a white with a fish, like with the shrimp even, and now we're, because you see that, right?
Yeah.
Like when, I only drink red, no matter what I'm eating, I only drink red. But you do see that more and more, right?
Absolutely.
That they're mixing and matching. So you say it's more the flavor of the wine rather than the color.
Exactly. And the body, so if the alcohol was through the roof with this wine, if it was 14.5, I wouldn't even dare.
Okay.
But it's around the 13 point. So equal as the Chardonnay, for example, for alcohol content. So I think the body and the texture will be similar. And then we'll go with that. And because there's a lot of saltiness and umami in the flavors, I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, so what's gone into this,
right
Neil?
now. Well, I just finished the beet soup here, so that we just hit that with a little bit of the anise foam at the end. So you'll mix that in at the table.
Okay.
Going back to the risotto, we sautéed off a little bit of onion. We shaved a little bit of garlic, and we have some basil and chive, which I already did.
You want me to
before.
chop this up for you?
You can for the entertainment value.
Okay, yeah. You've seen me chop before then.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I like to just thinly slice the garlic as well. You know, like the scene in The Godfather when the guy's cutting it like that. Yeah, really.
That's okay.
So started off the risotto, and then we did a little bit of a stock. This I used because we're pairing it with the cab. I've used a little bit of the wine in the stock, and it's a beef stock.
Combined it.
Right, so we started that off. I'm just going to finish it now.
Okay.
And we're going to put a little Parmesan cheese in that, which also is going to hold up nicely to the wine. So we just want to cook it till it's...
Can I ask you a risotto secret?
Yes.
Is it terrible to ask you this?
No.
I always wonder, because I love it. Well, I love
terrible.
risotto. And I always wonder, so I know at home when you make it, you're stirring, and then you serve it. So is there any trick to making it kind of ahead of time and then finishing it off?
Yeah, you just cook it till the point before it's al dente.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you know, like...
So is that...
I did that a little bit earlier
Right.
here. But you don't really want to be making it a day in advance or anything like that.
No,
You wanna make
so
it
how
So if you
long
have
in
guests
advance
coming
can
over,
you-
like within an hour before, and
And-
then
okay.
just hold it off to the side before it's finished, and then just, again, finish it with the stock right at the end, and then add your Parmesan cheese and serve.
So your last bit of stock you can do towards the end.
That's
Is
right.
that right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to
Good
know.
question.
Good
It's a
to
good
know.
question,
Yeah,
though,
I know.
because you don't want to have
I've never
people
had the
over and
nerve to
you're
do
stuck,
that.
you know,
Well, because that's
sitting
what you
there.
do when you serve risotto, right?
Yeah.
You're just, yeah.
Absolutely. So what is the next dish on the menu that you'll be pairing?
After that, we have a prosciutto wrapped honey melon with lime greens, and that's with Pinot Grigio
Okay, so
from the Wayne Gretzky line.
tell us about the Pinot.
Well, if we just take a look at the Pinot Grigio, it's got a little more color than your average Pinot Grigio that you would see traditionally.
Okay.
And now it's coming back that we had more color. Now the color comes from the skin. Pinot Grigio gray. The grape is very dark, almost black.
Oh, really? Okay.
So if you leave the skins on for a moment, it will give it color, but it also give it texture and body. So now back to we're allowed to pair it with more. So now we'll have the prosciutto, the melon, which will pair well with the Pinot Grigio.
Right.
You can almost see that just by looking at
Just
the bottle.
a
Yeah.
beautiful wine. So a lot more flavor than your classic watery.
And will
Pinot
this
Grigio.
cut some of the saltiness away
Precisely,
from the
yeah.
prosciutto?
And because it has that melon flavor in it as well, pair with the melon, but also soften out that salt and meaty grease from
Right.
the fatty, I say, from the prosciutto. A wonderful pairing, I think.
Yeah,
Classic
absolutely.
pairing too. So, and then we have the Trius Red, which is our classic flagship from Trius. It's the Bordeaux blend. You have Merlot, Cab Franc, and Cab Sauv varietals in there. Just a wonderful product.
And that one's going to pair with the main course is a grilled beef tenderloin with porcini dust, and then the reduction of the Trius Red, where you took a whole
Sorry, what
bottle
was the
and
red
reduced
you're
it
doing
in.
with that?
The Trius Red, which is, this is more the classic pairing. So I didn't stray too far from the tradition there, just to bring it back. And then we finish with the Late Harvest, which is just nice and sweet, just perfection, I tell you.
And that we're going to do a mini chocolate cake with an ice wine gel and a vanilla bean cream. And the guys at my place, they're
Your
so
lucky
into
brother,
this.
huh?
I know.
They're all competing, the brigade, to make the dishes and that now. So like we made the bread, we made the dessert, we made everything. So it's fun. It's a fun thing, and it isn't a crazy amount of people. You know, we got to be like it was the last time. We had about 40, 50 people. So
Right.
it isn't like you can actually have some FaceTime. We talked to all the guests
Oh,
and
good for you.
to meet Nicolas and myself and
Yeah, it's
some of
great
the
because you
team.
come out and you describe each course, and then Nicolas will take over from there and describe the wine that people are going to be having with that particular course. And what we like to do too is we ask our guests that come on the show, you know, is there any special talent that you have, right?
I
Is there
don't.
something unique about you? And Nicolas, you wrote back to us and said, sabering a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Describe. Oh, I'm a little concerned you brought
Beware
up
of what you
a
ask,
helmet
right?
Is that for me?
and ski goggles and a skate. What does sabering, what does that mean exactly?
Well, okay, so to saber a bottle of champagne goes back to the Napoleon times, where he would bring his soldiers to Madame Clicquot's house for an evening of fun. It was Veuve Clicquot. At 27, she lost her husband, and she had all this champagne in the backyard in the cellar. So the men
Celebrating the loss?
well, the men would stay overnight, and the next day, when they would go off to the war or to the battle, they would get on their horse, bring a bottle of champagne, and saber it. as a
So,
sign
like,
of
pop the
off
top
we
right
go with the saber.
True story or as
Well,
legend?
as true as
yeah,
true
as true as
stories
a
get.
legend can be. Yeah.
So now you know, we're talking
along.
about
Okay.
we're talking about hockey day tomorrow.
Right.
And I'm thinking, let's do it with a skate.
Okay.
And okay, so there's a few risks though. We're engaging in this? We're doing this.
Yeah,
now.
let's do it.
Okay.
Absolutely. You said 1 in 100
So-
the bottle may smash
Yeah,
to
that
itsy
was the
bitsy
little
pieces.
NB at the bottom
Yeah.
there. So to me, it happened twice.
Okay.
2 different incidents. So it wasn't.
That was the last 2 times we did this.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We practiced yesterday.
One in 100.
So let's go back to the risk because you need
Okay.
to know. So if you saber, it can actually the bottle can break in half.
Okay.
So that's sometimes when you don't have a cold enough bottle or it's not traditional method. So this has the second fermentation in the bottle like champagne. So we're pretty good on that.
All right.
And if you hit the bottle like that, you will break the bottle. So we're going to go with the seam and just kind of
Okay.
Okay.
let's just do it.
Let's just
get
do
this
it.
party
Let's see
started, yeah.
how this is done. So this has been chilling as well because you said it
Yes.
has to be cold in order to do this.
Exactly.
Kids, if you're watching at home, don't do this at home.
Kids
All right,
and
leave it
adults
to a
don't do this at
professional.
home.
And adults.
Yeah. Come tonight to the dinner. We'll do
dinner
it
we'll
together. Absolutely.
Will you do it at the dinner?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
see.
do it. Let's see how this goes.
This is the test run
All right.
for the dinner. That's wonderful.
Don't injure the chef the night of the dinner. That's
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
You better
important.
just
So-
get right out of here.
So I took the capsule off. I took
took the
everything
paper
off, the
off,
cage
right?
off. Yeah. So you have a seam in the bottle, which is the weakest point. So the seam in the bottle, very faint,
Right.
but you can say, and it's here is the weakest point in the bottle.
Okay.
So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to hit it. Well, you're not going to hit it. You're going to go through a motion that goes literally through as such. So pooch, and this will actually just break off and go probably in the couches over there.
Okay.
And maybe
All
we
right.
should just step away over there while he
I'm
does
going
this
to do
over-
this?
Oh, yeah.
Should I wear the safety
You
goggles?
want to? Let's do it.
I,
Oh, this is good.
this is.
Your hair is
You're
just-
excited, eh?
A little.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
I
see
must
that.
admit,
All right,
yeah.
let's
All
put
right,
on the
let's-
helmet
we go.
here. Okay.
This is
Safety
great.
this could
first.
turn into a Gilligan's Island episode.
I think, yeah. I am Gilligan all of a sudden
right.
here. Okay.
So here's the hockey.
Okay.
So again, you maybe just hold it here like it was a knife.
Like here, like this.
well, more
Should I do it
like-
with my right hand? I'm a right-hander.
Yeah. So you'll
Okay.
hold the bottle with your left.
Okay.
And
got this.
That's it. So you're gonna go
Going all-
through, and yeah. And I'm just gonna back
Okay.
off. And good luck with that. Hey! Oh, almost. Do it again. Hey!
Oh!
Nice. No, put some. Well done.
Isn't that great?
Whew.
Beautifully done. No one got hurt
Isn't it
in the
great?
making of this segment. Oh my God, that was fun, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so
That
much
was
for coming,
awesome.
Nicholas.
Well
Really
done.
appreciate it. You can give them a call, Graffiti's. Only a few tickets left for tonight, or you can visit the website graffitis.ca to get your tickets, and I guarantee you'll have a wonderful time. Don't go away. We're talking Gusto TV right after the break with Chris
Feel
Knight.
that. Like not.
Oh, be
not a
careful.
shot, like
It's perfect.
completely perfect.